Hello and welcome. Welcome back, or welcome here if you're new. I'm really glad you're here. And if you are returning, I'm very sorry that this has taken so long. I recorded 2 episodes in May, and I guess that kind of took it out of me. June was quite busy, and I know that I can't commit to more than 1 episode a month, so I guess 2 in May meant none in June, but I'm here today and mostly here to tell you about my new pattern that's coming out this week for a summer tank top. And I won't be able to tell you all about the things I've knit this past month and a half, but if you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to see more about that. And I'm actually not that active. I'm not super regularly active on Instagram, but every so often I go through these spurts of activity. But I'm more active on my stories if you want to see about our home life and yarny behind the scenes things. That's a better place to catch me, is on my Instagram at the Bluebird Box. And of course I'm on Ravelry. That's where you can find my patterns. I have a new website. It's not great. I don't even know if it functions because I haven't sold anything on it, but hopefully this new pattern release will let me know whether it's working or not. That's thebluebirdbox.ca, and I also have a newsletter that you can sign up for below. Yes, I would be so grateful if you would like this video and subscribe so that you can see when my videos come out, because they don't come out very frequently, obviously. So that would be wonderful. So yes, welcome. So first off, my name is Anna, and I am a mom of 4, and I work from home as a part-time knitwear designer, and which will become a little bit more difficult during the summer months, as I have 4 children at home and cannot afford daycare for all 4. So I have them at home, but I'm still designing, still thinking up ideas, still knitting, all those things. So first things first, I am wearing my canosi tank, which was a design I released last year. This is actually the back. I'm wearing it reversed. It's actually 4 ways reversible. You can wear it inside out and backwards, which is where the name came from. I told my husband that I was going to try and make it so that it was 4 ways reversible, and his response was like summer camp underwear, frontwards, backwards, and inside out, which I thought was quite funny. So I named the tank top after his summer camp that he went to as a kid, which was Canosi Lake Bible Camp in Saskatchewan. That's our home province. We're both originally from Saskatchewan, although we didn't meet there. So yeah, this is the Canosi. That's how you say it. Canosi tank. Okay, so I have a new pattern coming out. It's a summer tank top. It is made in holst-garn-coast, which is a mix of cotton and wool. It's a lace weight yarn, so I've actually held it double to make more of a worsted weight gauge. That's what this tank top is made out of, that yarn also, which I really enjoyed knitting things out of this yarn. So I continued this year with a new design in it. So the Seed Star Tank is the name of the design coming out. It is available in 9 sizes, fitting around a 34 to a 52 inch bust, with a lot of negative ease. So I explain in the pattern how you want to fit yourself for your tank top. As always, the most foolproof way is to measure a top in your wardrobe, which you think would have a similar fit to what you want to knit, and you can measure the garment flat on the floor, and you can double the bust to find out the bust measurement, and your armhole measurement should be the same, and all those things. And if you like the top that's in your closet and you knit a top with measurements that match, then you will like your knitted top. That's the best way to go about it. But otherwise, I give some directions for choosing your size based on your bust measurement also. It comes in three lengths per size. So each size has a length option of either cropped waist length or hip length. And yes, I knit a sample of both the cropped and the waist length. And so I will show some photos of what those lengths look like. So this is as much as you can see. This one is the cropped. And this one is the waist length. I'll show you them together. So that you can see the difference in the hem. So a couple inches difference there. The front neckline is higher than the back. So you could actually wear this one reversible too. You can decide whether you want a lower scoop in the front or the back. Okay, so I'll start off talking about this design from the beginning. So where did I get this idea? So there was a submission call from the Fiber Company for their summer 2023 collection, and it's an almanac. Their theme is almanac, but having to do with astronomy and constellations. So one of the Taurus stars is called the Pleiades, and it was used by a group of people in southern North America to determine when planting time was. So when this group of stars, they couldn't see it anymore, then they knew it was safe, that there was no more frost coming, so it was safe to plant. So I thought that this lace looks kind of like seed heads, like that they might have stored over winter. So this group of stars is called the seed stars. So so then I named this the seed star tank after that. So it has the same lace. The lace is under the arms, which if you know my always vest, you know that I like this detail, underarm detail. And so it starts off with one repeat of the lace, but you increase in the center of it to widen the tank towards the hem. And then at the end, you add the lace repeat all around the hemline. And one of my testers unintentionally read the pattern to continue that lace. So she actually did 2 repeats of this lace after, and it looked actually really nice. So that's one way to lengthen your tank if you're not sure about if you think it's too short after you finish, you could just add another repeat of the lace and you're good to go. anyway, so okay, so I submitted this design to that submission call and it was not accepted. So that's where this came from. Yeah, that's why this is in existence. So one thing I like about this design, sorry, exposure, is that you start off, it's worked top down, so you start off with your front strap, which is this one, yeah, and you work it back and forth flat, but you work these edges. There's a little purl section here on either side, and that helps the stockinette to lay flat, along with these slip stitch selvages all the way along. And then here is my favorite way to cast on in I-cord. You cast on in situ, like as you work, you cast on this I-cord. But first you have also done this other strap, and then you join them together. Then you work the front down, increasing along these edges. You put those stitches on hold, and then you work the back in a similar way with your I-cord cast on and your edges worked in situ. I love that you don't have to pick up stitches at the end of your project. You're just done. And then you join to work in the round, and then that's when you start working this lace. So there's no seaming, but you do have to graft these little edge stitches together. There's 3 stitches on each side, so you're grafting 3 stitches. And then the end of the pattern, end of the tank, is just these garter bump hemline. So yeah, it's very minimalist. It doesn't look too fancy when you wear it, but it can be dressed up and down. I like to wear it over, I don't have any high-waisted skirts, which is what I probably would wear it the most, but I really like to wear it over my dresses that have spaghetti straps. And I think it would be a great way if you have a bunch of weddings to go to. The weddings tend to come in like spurts where you have like no weddings for years and then suddenly you're going to 5, and you don't want to buy a new dress for every one. You could wear it as a spaghetti strap dress one day, one wedding, and then you can just put on a little cropped tank over top with some fancy lace for another wedding. That's my, I don't know, I haven't done that, but that's what I would do if I was in that dilemma. So this tank has some similar things in that it looks, this edging is the same as the canosi tank. The canosi also has a scoop neck, but it has a V neck in the back, which is where this lace starts, is in the V neck. And then it has lace from the center of the back that expands outwards, whereas this has lace at the center of the underarms, which expands outwards. I had 21 testers work on this design, and all 21 finished, which is really fun and exciting. And they were really helpful in the design process. Also, they helped me narrow down what kind of negative ease range I should recommend. Unfortunately, that meant that my size range decreased. I had expected that a smaller fitting top would fit a larger person, and that turned out that it wasn't really the case. Although I still think you should just go by the finished garment measurements and see if you have a top in your wardrobe that is the same measurement as one of the sizes, then I imagine it should fit you. But there were quite a few testers that weren't happy with the amount of negative ease. So I decided that I should narrow the size range, so that's why it only goes to 52-inch bust instead of my typical 60 to 62 inch. So you can find the pattern on Ravelry and my website. I will not be updating my Etsy store anymore. Etsy has made things a little bit more complicated and less profitable for small businesses on their website, so I already have my website, so I won't be updating my Etsy store, so it will just stay open as it is, but I won't be adding any new releases to that store. And there will be a 50% discount for this weekend only, the release weekend. So it's coming out on Thursday, July 7th. So from that day, July 7th, until July 11th, the Monday, it will be on sale for 50% off. So if you want to take advantage of that, go ahead. I would love it. And I would also love it if you would share with any social media that you have, letting them know that it's on sale, and that would be really appreciated. So I think that's all I have to say today. I will try and put some videos of bluebird banding at the end. Bluebird banding is done now. All the babies have left, although there might be some second nests. Bluebirds sometimes, if they have a long enough season, they will fledge their babies, get them out on their own, and then they'll build a second nest and get new babies. Try to get them out before they have to migrate south. So I might go and check some, but I probably won't video it. But anyway, the bulk of the bluebird banding is done. I banded 30 bluebirds in one day. So I will try and put some footage there. Yeah, we also got 3 new sheep, a mum and 2 lambs. So now we have 6, and my husband is picking up 50 meat chickens today. So yeah, there's always things going on out here. It's lots of fun. It's exhausting, but yeah, always something happening. Yeah, June was like nutty busy. We had 3 kids in soccer, 2 kids in piano. My son was on a soccer team which had games as far as an hour-and-a-half drive away. And I got COVID. We drove 9 hours to a wedding. We drove 7 hours to say goodbye to my sister's family who's moving to the States. So there's just every weekend has had something, and my day home couldn't take my daughter for half the month, so I lost work hours. So it was just a crazy month. So we'll see. Hopefully summer will be a little slower, although it seems like it's pretty full already. So we're just up here. If you live in northern Canada, you know that you just take advantage of these summer days, and you live a lot of life in the 4 months that are not winter. So that's our plan. Hopefully we can get out on the canoe and the paddleboard and fishing and camping, and I would love to get to the mountains, although I did miss a trip to the mountains because I had COVID. So we'll see if we are planning one trip to the mountains, so I should be able to make it there. Anyway, that is it for today. For this, hopefully not this month. Maybe I can talk a little bit more about other things I've been knitting and planning. I did almost finish I'll show you just because it's here. Did almost finish the classic from Espace Tricot. I've got one sleeve nearly done. I made the sleeves extra long because that's how I like it. So one sleeve is done. I didn't do it to pattern. Their sleeves basically just end like this, like wide, and I don't have any patience for wide sleeves. They need to actually be able to stay put and be rolled up. So I did my favorite sleeve where it's just straight down and then you cinch at the cuff. And it has a split hem, but I put the long part on the front and the short part on the back. So I'm gonna have to, I'll just lengthen the back one to match the front and be done. So that'll be done like by tomorrow. I'll finish that. And I'll probably be able to wear it because it has not been very warm here. Okay, have a wonderful July. If it's summer where you are, I hope that you get to enjoy the sunshine. If it's winter where you are, I hope you have some cozy days inside, and take care. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. I put an Instagram reel that shows you how to untwist a twisted cast on, and I think based on the response, is not something that people have seen before, and it is life-changing. It is a game changer for bottom-up designs. This is not a bottom-up design, so you won't need it for this, but I am a constant twister of cast-ons, whether it's hats or baby sweaters, it doesn't matter, I always twist it. And I can rip it out 5 times and it will be twisted every time. I don't know if I like retwist it during the first round or something. That's quite possible. But anyway, my trick is for when you've knitted a couple, 2 or 3 rounds, and then you realize it's twisted. You can fix it. So if you want to see that, go check out my Instagram feed. And I will try to figure out a way to post it to YouTube, but you know how I am. Super technology savvy and always posting things. Not so much. Okay, cheers. Have a great day, week, weekend, and don't forget to check out the Seed Star tank release. Bye.
pet her again? Why?
Okay, now we're going to check on the
Mommy, like, could we go